Hello and welcome back, you guys, to this special. And I'm in the school, and you've seen me going to the school quite a bit of times, actually. You've heard me talking about Joe and Tony, but you've never met them. So I've got one part of Joe and Tony right next to me, which is Joe.
Joe, my husband Tony's very camera shy, so he's leaving it to me today. I talk for the two of us.
So we are doing a full tour of the school today, which is the real proper school of Lesignac Durand.
Yep.
And Joe and Tony have bought the school in
2021 in March. Didn't look like it does today when we bought it. Very sad, tired old building. So yeah, 3 years later of lots of hard work, and here we are in our school and our home.
And we're doing a tour to first and foremost show you guys, but also because Joe and Tony are looking to sell their house.
We are.
And you'll find a link in the description box below with the advert for it, and you can check it out and see also more photos. But if you just keep on watching, you'll see a full tour of the premises, of the house, and either it's because you're interested in looking for a property in France, or it's just interest of peeking into someone else's home.
It's a little tour, all of your own.
Right now we're in the kitchen.
We are. This was the former boys' classroom, much smaller than the girls' classroom. It is about 8 by 8 meters on the outside. You'll see later on the Bacont, which was the girls' classroom. When we bought this room, it had a full ceiling which cut off part of the windows. Hadn't been used since 2016 when the school was last a school. And it was pretty sad, pretty dire, unloved. So we decided to take out the full ceiling to give you the whole height of the windows. But the original ceiling was actually broken, so we decided to take that out. And whilst we were taking it out, we just thought, let's go up. So we lofted the ceiling, so it's almost 8 meters to the middle point and 5 meters to the outer point. So yeah, if you're going to do a kitchen, go large. Just the once in your life.
Yeah, I think it's the largest kitchen I've ever seen.
Non-commercial kitchen, yeah. Yes. We do live in this room. This is the heart of the home, so yeah, literally
we've had lots of dinners in here.
We have
already.
Lots of dinners, yes.
So,
we roasted in front of that fire a few times.
So yeah, it's a great place, and you can see really the craftsmanship that you guys put into and all the hard work, and really it's crazy because I told the guys in the Chateau, they've heard so many times of me complaining how cold it is in winter. Yeah. But this is like crazy. I come from the Chateau here, and we've been sitting here in the evenings in December and January where it's
just t-shirts.
Exactly. We were like, oh my god, it's so hot in here. It's crazy.
And that's because when we did all the renovations, we insulated the walls, and when the roof was completely exposed, we checked the roof and it's great. It was replaced about 2012. So we put 300 mil of insulation in the roof and 100 in the walls, plus double glazed windows, and a very big log burner. And that is, the radiators in here we never use, but it's just don't need them. So that's why it's cool in summer and very warm in winter.
Yes, I can definitely sign that. Yeah. Let's have a look around the house, and we'll just guide you through here and give you kind of an idea. Just to quickly also tell you the school, we've been talking about a girls and a boys side. So as schools in the olden days, they were separated into boys and girls. They never had classes together, right?
No, they never saw each other before, and only before and after school they would see each other. But there's a lovely old lady in the village. She was the school cook for 35 years, I think. So she came down here last summer to show us where our well is. We actually have a well on the premises, which is great. And she said that basically the well was in the middle of the playground, and there was a wall, and the well was in the middle with a winding wheel, and the only times the boys and girls saw each other was when they're winding water during the day.
It's so cool.
So apart from that, completely separate.
Yeah, you see, and also the teachers had completely separate, because if you look at it from an aerial shot, you will see like the two big parts, left and right, and the center bit which is also in itself separated, right?
It is, yeah.
To a girls' and a boys' teachers' quarters.
Although, when we were doing the renovations, there was a secret door. So the boys, the Mr. Professor and Professors had a little doorway. That's all I'm saying.
You see?
So yeah, but fundamentally, yes, there are two completely different houses, two staircases. They're a mirror image of each other. So yeah, that was.
As it can be quite confusing when you're walking around the house. You're like, in which part of the house am I right now?
So we actually have some flowers on the stairs that we don't use. That's the guest quarters. So if you're seeing flowers on the stairs, that's my staircase. No flowers, that's not your staircase.
Perfect.
So come on and have a look around the house. This is our boot room, utility room, dog room, nice clean room. The cute thing in this room is you can see the old teaching maps on the wall. So we've managed to find and salvage and repair about 20, and you'll see them dotted around the school. So it's a really nice nod to the history of the school. We think they were made around about just after the First and Second World War. And this is my favourite one because this one has the Roman Empire and on the back has the Greek Empire. So it's pretty cool. You can see where we are. So we are around about here in France. There we go, somewhere like that. Carry on through this way. So this should have been our lounge, and then one day we decided to buy a pool table and we needed somewhere to put it. So originally this was 2 rooms. So we're standing in the boys' side of the house, and then just past this blue chair here, there's a little bit of a hump, which is the wall. We took that down, so we're now into the girls' side, 2 fireplaces. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's just nice views out the window. Excuse the fly screens, but it'll make it more pleasant in summer. Things we did in here, apart from the whole house has been rewired. That was a feat of engineering. We tried to put a little bit of character in the house, so we put some coving just to soften the edges because it is a municipal building. There wasn't much money spent on the accommodation side of it for the teachers. It was very, very basic. And we've repaired some of the floors, so under here we've actually got the original Sharon Taze floorboards, which are beautiful. Need another good clean and a wax, but they're beautiful. Well, I think they are anyway. So as we go around doing house clearances, we find some real little gems. So this is one of my favourites. It's very, very old. It's a standard holder, and it would have been on the wall in a Marie or something like that. So these are some old French flags that we found in the loft up here. So they would have gone through here and stood out at an angle like a fan. So one day they will go up. So yeah, it's just a really, really cute, just nice thing. So we'll carry on through this way. So second staircase with the flowers for the guests. And then we're back into the other side. And again on this side, we've got the original flooring and tomats, which are beautiful. And this room we decided not to take the entire wall out, but we could then close it off. So we call this the library because I've got like 10 books. But they're beautiful books. These are my favourites, very old French books. I have no idea what they say. I don't think my French will ever be good enough to read old French, but they're beautiful to look at. And then back into the girls' side. And then one day we decided, surfing marketplace, terrible thing to do. There was a baby grand piano for sale. And it was only €80 because the metal bed is cracked, so it doesn't hold a tune very long. But it is a beautiful thing to look at. And we managed to get it in the house this far, our baby grand piano, and that's where it's staying. We can't get any further through. We were going to put it in the kitchen. We thought it'd be really nice in the kitchen, a big statement piece. But the legs don't come off, that's as far as we got in. That's it. And then we're back to where we started. Okay, let's go upstairs and show you what we've done upstairs. This is an original chestnut staircase, which is in great condition. It's really, really lovely, really solid. It's fairly low. I think historically French may have been a little bit shorter than they are nowadays with nutrition. So it's quite a low balustrade, but it's the original and it looks beautiful. So we'll go into this bedroom here. So this overlooks the lake. This is my favourite room. This is our bedroom. So one of the things that we found with some feedback from people wanting to view the property is there were no ensuite bedrooms in the property. And originally there would have been a fireplace here, so it was about 1980s. This house had a remodel and a bathroom was installed and a lot of things were taken out, including the original fireplace. So this wall here has about 4 chimneys going through it, so we couldn't knock through this wall to build an ensuite that side. So we decided to be a little bit sneaky and we took a metre of the wall and we made a hidden ensuite. Isn't finished yet, that's next week's job. But basically, you come in here and then you'll go left to the shower and right to the toilet. Use your imagination. And then on this side is a little walk-in wardrobe when it's finished. So that way when everything is closed, there's no door frame. So that when you're sitting in bed, you have a look and then the mirror takes you all the way around and then to the lake out the window. And this way we'll come across to our other bedroom. So it went a little bit dark and moody and sultry in this room, hence the very rich colours. So eventually we can do the same thing we've done in there, turn the bed around and then build an ensuite across that wall, should somebody want it. But this one is a completely different aspect. It's cooler on this side because we're north facing, but this one has a really nice view of the church out the window. So it's not the worst view in the world. So there is a bathroom and area for a sixth bedroom on this side, but it needs redeveloping and it's not pretty, so we won't show you that one. Now on the boys' side, so again this stairwell needs decoration. But this side wasn't lived in since about the 1950s and it was pretty sad. Most of the wall charts we found was in one of these bedrooms, covered in dust, dirt. It was horrible. So these rooms have all been completely decorated right back to the bare walls. So I'll take you this side. This is the church side. The pink room, for obvious reasons. So it's just, because it's a slightly cooler side of the house, we just tried to go warmer tones. And because this house wasn't lived in, the original fireplaces are still in this side, which is really, and the original tomettes. That's really cute. It's a working chimney, we capped it off for safety. Very comfy bed. A little bit of upcycling. My little attempt at gilding, so that's quite cute, I think. It just goes with the room. Bit of history of French tapestry. And we'll go over to this side. So back to the lake side, as you can see it's much sunnier on this side. And the colour scheme from this, not a bad view of the lake. In fact, you get 2 views of both lakes this side. Just behind the tree line on that side, as you look down, is the small lake, which always has water, and then the big lake is on that side. So we decided to have tapestry in this room. This is the first room we decorated properly. So we chose that tapestry, and then, because unusually it doesn't have people. It's just a country scene. So all the colours were picked out. So this is a dried moss colour to pick out this one here. And then this is called a silk, and that's to pick out the colour of the swans. And then we had just the nice rich cherry wood, traditional French furniture in here, just to make it nice and rich and warm. And again, the original fireplace. So it's pretty nice. You sit here in bed and you can scroll across. Pretty cool view of the lake. And the last room's on this side. So this is an original door, and when we bought the house, this was just a very ugly loft space. Again, a little bit of finishing off to do, but come through this way. This is we call it the 5th bedroom, into the eaves. We did little touches like we made these the bedside lights. So you haven't got to have more wires and things on the floor. So just a nice sweet little double bedroom, which you can get an armoire around the corner. And to give you your bearings, through that hatch there is the loft space over the brocante. That's where you kind of are in the building. And on this side, our family bathroom. So we tried to make it as light and bright as possible in here. So we put the 2 Veluxes in, and then just reconfigured the room. And behind you is the nice big shower room. So we use the corridor where you come into the area to make that nice big space for a big walk-in shower. So it's functional, it's good. Nice big shower, bath for the grandchild. Little grandson, 2 years old now. It's just a really nice bright space. So this is our favourite room so far. So you see lots of these pictures around. These are pages from a book that was produced just before the Eiffel Tower was created in Paris. And the book is called Paris dans sa splendeur, so Paris in her splendour. And if you can find an original book, it would have been 3 volumes, about this kind of big, about A3 size, leather bound, and if you can find an original one, they are about €7,000. So our very first Big Grenier we ever went to, first year of being here in France, 2018, there was a brocanteur selling his wares, and there was beautiful black and white prints, and I love black and white. So I said to him, how much? He said, €3 a print. I said, okay. Then I realised there were 3 big, just bundles. I said, how much for the lot? He said, €30. So then digging around, we actually have 89 of the 100 lithographic prints that were in this book, plus all the text. No book itself, but for €30, I'm happy with that. So we just framed them all, and we have about 70 in different parts of the house going around. So that's probably my best buy ever at a brocante. So this is our brocante, La Vieille École. My husband and I started our business just over 6 years ago at a different premises. We moved here just over 3 years ago. And before we bought the business, this room here, as you can see, is quite a large room. It was the salle de fête, right up until the day before we bought the building. So we bought the building primarily because of this great space to move our business. We had a very small barn with bats, and it wasn't great for furniture. So we moved our brocante and then opened a tea room last year. So we have some tables inside, but most of it is outside on our terrace with views of the lake, which is very pretty. So we sell vintage furniture, mainly French. So our strap line is the French look on a budget. We have some very nice pieces of furniture. I'm biased, I buy them. But it's not good antiques. They're just really nice, good quality furniture that you can make your house look beautiful in a French style. So we mainly do beds. You can see all our beds here. Very good on beds. And we also sell chalk paint. Our stock is for chalk paint. That goes really well with the furniture and house renovations. So things we did outside, obviously we installed an above ground pool, which is 8 by 4 metres. Where the land slopes down, we dug down at the far end so we could sink it a little bit. Then we did a raised deck all the way around. So though it doesn't look very high here, actually inside at 1.4 metres, it's perfect for not swimming, paddling, splashing around and cooling down in the sunshine. This year we installed a little perimeter around because we had our grandson come for the first time this year. And to make sure he doesn't go in the pool inadvertently, when you turn your back for 2 seconds. And the astroturf is nice coming out of the pool and putting your toes on nice astroturf. It doesn't get too hot, it's just very nice. Here you can see we have our tea room outside. All the tables set up for today. You have full shade, part shade, or full sunshine, depending on how hard you are. And things like, this was the original toilet block for the school. Pretty grim, I can tell you. The original hole in the floor, that's all we need to say. So we decided to keep the original boys' urinal, and then update one of the girls. And then we created a shower and 2 changing rooms. It's just great use for the space. So you can be nice and clean in and out of the pool and the spa. And around here we installed a 5-person hot tub, which is currently off because it's too warm. We don't use it in the height of the summer. Most of our plotting and planning happens in that spa. That's got a lot to answer for, that spa. Every idea pretty much you're looking at came out of that spa. It was my husband's 60th. He likes to say 50, but it's really his 60th. And we were deciding where to put the bar. So we decided, hey, we've got outbuildings. Let's go and build a bar. Come have a look at the bar. So we decided to build a bar in one of our outbuildings. We've got 3 garages, well, kind of 4 garages, workshops, all sorts of things. So we decided that actually Tony's man cave, that one over there, would be perfect because it has drains in it, so we could put a little sink. All the hot water comes from there all the way across. Perfect. Open the door, chaos. Let's forget that one. Let's go to Joe's back cave, which is nice and organised, everything on its shelving, much easier to move. So I was evicted. And in my place, it's quite cool, really. We built a little bar. These come with the Stags Inn. So everything you see, all the pieces of furniture are basically old furniture been upcycled. So this was, they call it a living in France. So it was a sideboard with shelving on top, which is, no one uses them anymore. So this is the perfect top to our bar and optics. The bar front and everything going around are all old French beds. They're an unusual size. They're about a 120 wide, which is a big single or very small double. So nobody wants them. Sadly, they end up in the skip normally. So we decided to line all the walls with the bed heads and footboards. Use the side rails to make skirting board, and an old table from the school which was broken as the bench tops. Painted everything, lined all the walls, and then my slight obsession with plaques and cushions, as you can see. So our favourite drinks, some of our favourite holidays, and just some fun things. So this is our favourite place.
Cute. So that's it, you guys. I mean, there's still tons more,
Loads more to see, but
little outbuildings here and there. But I mean, I think it does give a good impression of the whole building.
Of the overall space, yeah.
And how much there is actually, and how much space there is actually.
Yes, it's very difficult to look at photographs because you don't get the scale and proportion. When you're actually walking around, you realise it's actually a really big and spacious property. You remember that when you've forgotten something and you're over there and it's over there. It's a long way to walk, 56 metres. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed having a look around our home and what we've done, and tried to be sympathetic, and I hope you enjoyed. So thank you.
Thank you so much for letting us in, and for letting us film and do all the things. And yes, if you're interested and if you're looking for a property, the house is up for sale it's on the market, where you'll find the link in the description box. And from there on, it's all about contacting you guys.
Contact me, and I mean, there are so many things you can do with this place. So many things untouched. You haven't got to do it, but there are things that you can change, or you can just live in it as it is. So many possibilities.
And it's such a great space because it's so historic and so important to the village. It's been just like
it's the heart of the village.
Yeah. It's basically, and it's just having the opportunity of living in something like this and using something. It's just a very, very unique and special building.
And my parents are both teachers, so to come and live in a school for a little while, that's quite something special. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, then hit the subscribe button, leave the video a like, and I shall see you all back on Friday with a normal vlog. Bye!